After finishing work on a Saturday and returning home, only my younger daughter was there, left behind. My husband had taken off with our eldest daughter, whom he had been doting on. When I called him right away, he said,
"I've decided to take Angela to New York for modeling. I don't want to deal with you guys anymore, so hurry up and divorce me."
"What? You're just going to leave us like that?"
"Yup. That unattractive kid and you who gave birth to her are useless to me now. I'm going to make it big with my gorgeous Angela, so don't bother contacting us."
"Is she with you? Let me speak to her." Then I heard the voice of my eldest daughter on the phone. "I'm happy with Dad, so I don't need you or my plain little sister anymore." While I was speechless at her giggling, my husband got back on the phone.
"Got it? Go ahead and live a miserable life by yourselves. All right then, make sure you sign the divorce papers."
Stunned by the abrupt end of the call, my younger daughter tugged at my sleeve. "An unattractive girl like me isn't his daughter. He said he didn't want me." I finally exploded in anger. He only showered affection on our eldest and left us behind. On top of it all, he even left an indelible mark on our youngest. I vowed to hold him accountable someday. "Just wait and see." I contained my anger and told her, "It's okay. I'll make sure he regrets this." 10 years later, an astonishing turn of events unfolded for us. I'm Teresa, a 46-year-old single mother of a 16-year-old daughter named Nadia. Actually, I have another daughter, who's an older sister to her. Let me start my story by explaining why I'm living only with one daughter. I got married once at the age of 25. My ex-husband's name is Ryan. He was a professional photographer. When I started working, I was chosen as a hair model for a salon. He was the photographer at the shoot and asked me out. That was how it all began for us. He was into fashion and cared a lot about appearances. He honestly told me that he fell for my looks. 2 years into our relationship, he popped the question.
"Babe, will you marry me? I'll surely keep making you happy."
"Of course. I feel so lucky to have you." His job and income weren't steady, but since I had a good job at a major company, I wasn't too concerned.
"I want a kid right away. A girl would be nice. I want to doll her up a lot."
"Boy or girl, either would be adorable for sure." I'm so excited. 6 months after that conversation, my pregnancy was confirmed. When we found out it was a girl, he jumped up and down with joy.
"Well done, love. Surely our girl will be cute because she's ours."
During my morning sickness phase, he helped with chores and took care of me a lot, and eventually I gave birth. What came into the world was an adorable girl with big, deep blue eyes. We named her Angela. While he was good with chores, he didn't help much with childcare. When Angela was in a good mood, he held her or took photos. But when it came to changing diapers or making milk, he suddenly disappeared. I found it frustrating, but I did my best to take care of our baby. By the time Angela turned 3, she had grown quite adorable, and people praised her prettiness. Ryan was ecstatic about it.
"She could become an actress or a model in the future. She's so cute."
Yeah, maybe. But we should support whatever path she chooses. Around that time, I found out about my second pregnancy. It was another girl, and he was overjoyed again.
"I'm sure she's going to be cute just like Angela. They'll be talked about as beautiful sisters."
Handling pregnancy while raising Angela was tough, but I survived and gave birth to a little girl. However, she didn't resemble Angela as Ryan expected and had slanted brown eyes. Still, she was undeniably cute. I cradled her and showed her to Ryan. Suddenly, his expression twisted.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's got brown eyes.
Shush. She's our beautiful child. Here, hold her.
You and I have blue eyes, so why does she come out with brown? Ugh, her eyes are slanted too. I'm disappointed that such an unattractive baby came out.
Oh my God. How dare you say that?
God darn it. The dream of having sibling models is over. I have to take care of Angela, so I'm leaving.
Just like that, without even discussing the name of our second daughter, he took Angela's hand and left the hospital. And don't worry, you have a bright future ahead. I'll do anything to protect you. I named her Nadia and hugged her tightly. After I was discharged, life as a family of 4 began. Ryan only doted on Angela and never paid attention to Nadia. He'd give Angela heaps of presents on her birthday, but didn't even remember Nadia's. So, I always made sure to prepare as many gifts for her. I constantly warned him about the unfair treatment. Stop discriminating against one daughter over the other. They're both our precious kids, you know.
Oh, shut up. I don't need to bother with that unattractive one.
Are you seriously saying that? As a parent, that's outrageous.
Come on. She probably got brown eyes from your dad, you know?
Indeed. My dad did have brown eyes. The gene must have skipped a generation. But what was the problem with it? So what if she doesn't have blue eyes?
I don't care about the plain-looking kid. You gave birth, so take responsibility for raising her. I'm busy taking care of Angela, so don't bother me.
He became cold, not only toward Nadia, but to me as well, blaming me for her look. When Angela was in 1st grade and Nadia was in preschool, Nadia made it to the final during the dance competition. Do you think Dad will be proud of me? I reassured my worried little daughter. He sure will be. Let me play some music, and you can dance for him when he comes home. So when he returned, I had her do just that. She tried so hard, hoping for praise from her dad. She was amazing, even leaving aside parental bias. Did you like it, Dad? I did my best. After finishing the dance, she ran to her father, but to my horror, he pushed her away.
Like I care. Wasting my time. Even if you danced well, it means nothing, you know? If you had good looks like Angela, it would have been different.
Shush, honey. When I intervened, Angela suddenly appeared, smirking. The not-so-cute one tried so hard but failed. Angela, watch your mouth. She was excellent. I scolded her immediately, to which Ryan glared fiercely at me.
Don't talk to my girl like that.
And then he took her to the bedroom for their nightly bedtime movie. I want to watch a movie with Dad too. All I could do was hug Nadia, who trembled, fighting back her tears. After that, Ryan continued doting on Angela, ignoring Nadia. I dedicated myself to giving more love and attention to Nadia. Time passed, and Angela turned 9, and Nadia was 6. One day, I had to work on Saturday, so I left the girls with Ryan. When I hurried home in the evening to make dinner, I found Nadia alone, waiting for me. Hey, Nadia, where's Dad and Angela? Dad took her and left, she whispered tearfully in a small voice. Checking the rooms, I noticed some of their belongings were missing. Moreover, there were divorce papers on the table. I called Ryan immediately, and he picked up after a few calls.
Hello? What do you want?
What do you mean you left? Is Angela with you? And what are these divorce papers? I fiercely rattled on in one breath, and he answered irritatedly.
Stop hissing. I decided to take Angela to New York for her modeling. I don't need you or Nadia anymore, so divorce me quickly.
What? You're just going to leave us like that?
Yep. That unattractive kid and you who gave birth to her are useless to me now. I'm going to make it big with my gorgeous Angela, so don't bother contacting us.
Where is she? Is she with you? Let me speak to her. Then I heard her voice on the phone. I'm happy with Dad, so I don't need you or my unattractive little sister anymore. While I was speechless at her giggling, Ryan got back on the phone.
Got it. Go ahead and live a miserable life by yourselves. Alright then, make sure you sign the divorce papers.
Stunned by the abrupt end of the call, my younger daughter tugged at my sleeve. An unattractive girl like me isn't his daughter. He said he didn't want me. I finally exploded in anger. He only showered affection on our eldest and left us behind. On top of it all, he even left an indelible mark on our youngest. I vowed to hold him accountable someday. Just wait and see. I contained my anger and told her, It's okay. I'll make sure he regrets this. Then, I hugged her in my arms tightly. After that, I went through with divorce. Ryan and Angela started living in New York City, but they blocked my number, so I didn't know their whereabouts. I worked while earnestly raising Nadia. The words and abandonment by her father deeply scarred her, and she remained unstable for a while. One day, I took her to check out a dance class. Remember, you were good at dancing. Want to try it out? Can a girl like me be accepted? Don't say that. You shine when you're dancing. She finally smiled and started going to the dance class enthusiastically. From then on, we built a strong bond of mutual support and solidarity. She willingly helped with the chores, excelled in school, and grew into a wonderful young adult. Years passed, and she turned 16 and started attending high school. While spending time at home as usual, the doorbell rang suddenly. Much to my surprise, I saw a completely transformed Ryan and Angela standing there. He looked emaciated, his head full of gray hair, visibly aged. Angela, on the other hand, retained her facial features, but had gained a lot of weight. Please leave. As soon as I said that, they forcibly barged into the house. Ryan went straight to Nadia and looked her square in the face.
I can't believe this. You're really the sought-after backdancer, Nadia.
She had grown beautifully over the past 10 years. Moreover, recognized for her dancing style, she had been working as a backdancer of top-rated musicians. Though her looks may be ordinary, her dance techniques were highly praised compared to the others at her age, making her one of the most wanted dancers in music videos. Facing them, she silently placed her glass down and looked at the two.
Nadia, do you remember me? I'm your dad. I never expected you to become this successful. I saw you on TV and couldn't believe my eyes. You're my proud daughter.
Did you come back just to say that? When I intervened, he glared at me intensely.
Shut up. Why didn't you tell me about her success in the first place?
I had no obligation to do so. He always favored Angela and left us. Remember? He cursed me under his breath, and then turned to Nadia once again to flatter her.
Listen, Nadia, we came all the way today with a request. Can you introduce Angela to your connections?
What in the world? I involuntarily let out a screech. Then, Angela interjected, her nostrils flaring. I've been auditioning for music videos and stuff, but I never get called back. No modeling gigs either. How is it possible that someone as beautiful as me is unknown, while a plain Jane like you is all over the media? Nadia was quietly eating dinner while staring at the two, but she hadn't said a word.
Hey, Nadia, If you recommend her, you guys will be famous as the beautiful sisters. I'm begging you. You must know all sorts of people in the industry. So, it's easy, right?
Darn right. You gotta hook me up. You must be happy that your sister's back, right? Things that came out of their mouths were beyond foolish and almost lunatic. Just as I was about to shut them off, Nadia quietly spoke up. Who are you guys?
Huh?
They were perplexed, looking at each other, but they quickly grew angry.
Are you mocking us? I'm your father who raised you.
So rude. We're family, aren't we? Nadia cut them off bluntly. My family is just my mom. I don't know you people.
Your mom?
Nadia glanced at me, to which I replied with a nod. She's right. Please, leave now. At that moment, Ryan shoved me hard.
Don't act so high and mighty, you wicked witch.
Nadia rushed to my side, her face boiling with anger. What the heck, Baldy?
Baldy?
He was shocked by her direct insult. Nadia continued fiercely, paying no attention. Let me tell you something. You used to hurl insults at me and irresponsibly abandoned me and Mom. Do you have any idea how I felt back then? I'll never forgive you. I'll never acknowledge you as a father. He gasped and fell silent. She turned her attention to Angela next. And you? What the heck happened to you? You let yourself go and you're looking like a walrus. You probably never put in any effort, did you? Do you think someone like that can become anything? I'm bored listening to your nonsense. Walrus? Are you saying I'm big? Her plump face twisted in anger, but Nadia didn't stop. Do you have any idea how hard I've worked in these past 10 years? Mom always believed in me and encouraged me. I am who I am now thanks to her. Oh, sweetheart. You just came here trying to suck up to me, but you're strangers. Get out of here already, you trash. Ryan and Angela flinched at her ferocious expression. I immediately grabbed my phone, showing the screen to them. If you don't leave now, I'll call the police.
Please, no need to do that. But listen to me, Teresa. Our life's tough these days. You have a good job and Nadia's making a lot too, right? Can't you help us a little?
All right, I'm calling in 3, 2, 1.
Angela, let's go.
And so they finally left with their tails between their legs. What I heard from distant relatives was that Ryan took Angela to NYC to become a model. However, the competition was much steeper than he ever imagined, and she wasn't able to get any offers. She didn't give up and kept auditioning, but being spoiled by Ryan inflated her self-esteem. Moreover, there was no one to manage her lifestyle, so she ended up with that body shape. Ryan earns a meager income as a photographer, but it all disappears in her food expenses. Nevertheless, they came to us trying to seize an opportunity. I hear that he's still determined to make Angela a celebrity, but it's likely an impossible dream. Not putting effort into anything to polish her skills, her overconfidence won't sustain her as a working professional. They'll probably continue to struggle ahead. On the other hand, I have a fulfilling life with Nadia. Mom, I'm going to spoil you rotten from now on, she declares happily. It's all right. I'm just happy to see you shining and enjoying what you love. As we talk, that's her dancing powerfully on the TV screen in front of us.